I remember early in my compassion-focused therapy training, realizing that social mentality theory isn't just a nice idea somewhere in the background. It was doing a lot of the heavy lifting. It helped me realize why clients can be very kind to others and yet relentlessly harsh on themselves, and why compassion isn't just a feeling, but rather something that depends on the motives that the mind is organized around in any given moment. Luckily, when it comes to explaining the theory, we can bring in the big guns. James, would you mind just walking us through it?
Hi Stan. Yes, I'm very happy to talk a little bit about social mentality theory. So social mentality theory underpins compassion-focused therapy, which of course Professor Paul Gilbert developed. And social mentality theory is just a way for us to kind of understand how our minds are perhaps organized, how our minds are organized around cognitions, emotions, behavior, and motives, and how those minds are organized in relationship to the social relationship or role we're engaging with. Of course, I'm simplifying the theory a little bit here, but the idea is it's a way for us to help understand how we might interpret and interact with another and engaged in that dance. Now, that dance can be with another person. Of course, though, social mentality theory can also be extended towards ourselves to understand our self-to-self relationship.
And this is the part that really landed for me as a therapist, that these social mentalities don't just operate between people, but also operate inside of us as well.
And in social mentality theory, there are many motives, but the four key ones for compassion-focused therapy are the care-giving and care-receiving social mentalities, which are very important and lay the platform to compassion. And of course, we've got the competitive social mentality, and that's really important too, because that speaks to how we engage in social rank, how we might see ourselves as being inferior or superior, and this gives rise, of course, to things like shame and self-criticism. And then, of course, there's the cooperation component of social mentality too, which talks about how we share our resources with others. So in our introductory workshop, we'll be talking about the importance of social mentality theory and these motives that are really important to understanding compassion and compassion-focused therapy.
This is exactly why social mentality theory is foundational for compassion-focused therapy. In this workshop, we don't just cover it as a theory. We explore how these motives show up in real clinical work and how they shape self-criticism, shame, and compassion, both between people and within ourselves. We hope to see you there.